a youngster back then, you'd be spending your day toting sap around. So great times. Now, going back to the Saps Horizon Sundays. Let's see, one of the best things I think we ever did was when we were able to have horses, and they are doing this, you can enjoy this, is going out and gathering sap in the sugar bush. And this was such a wonderful multi-generational thing, because we would have grandparents and great-grandparents telling their youngsters, little ones there, this is what we did when we were kids. And so it just brought that whole thing back, and it's been a tremendous part of it there. So the other thing we did for several years is we had a program called Sweet Memories of Maple Sugaring. And what we did, you know, because maple sugaring is such a tradition here in Geauga County. I mean, we are the capital of maple sugaring, capital of Ohio. And that's not just because we have a lot of sugar maple trees here. There's a cultural component to that. Our earliest settlers came from New England, already sugar makers. And so when they came here with the topography, and it wasn't heavy clay, wet clay soils, we weren't good for corn and soybeans, or much of that anyway. And the sugar bushes remained, and maple sugaring. We would have families, would have generations involved in sugaring for generations at a time. We brought in the elders from some of those families over a period of a few years, and we videotaped it. And I think we recorded a great deal of history. And that we were able to turn that over to the Maple Museum at the Geauga County Historical Society. But we heard all kind of tales of the late night boilings, the working with horses out in the sugar bush. You know, a team gets away or dumps the whole sap sled, or you know, burn the evaporator pans and all kind of things. But the close family ties that were really cemented when you had the kids helping the older members, learning the sugaring process, those late night boilings, passing the time, telling stories, and a lot of family history exchanging. So that kind of inspired the song that I wrote a few years ago, and we'll give it a try here. So here we go. This is called Maple Maribel, and the song starts off in the war years, World War II. And it's not necessarily a true story, but again, it's inspired by all the many stories that I heard. Oldest daughter of a farmer life, hard-working people all their life. Worked a sugar bush with a pair of Belgian mares, syrup ribboned every year at the fair. Was Maribel to harness the team, but a life of farming was not her dream. Boys all listed to fight the rising sun, left Dad to get the sugar and gun. Don't worry, Daddy, he'll be alright. I'll be there for sugar and time. No matter where we are, I'll get home alright. I'll be there for sugar and time. Care and help was needed. Young Joe took a chance to impress Maribel, take her to dance. Tapping and hanging buckets by moonlight, Joe and Maribel fell into love that night. Well, Joe was drafted on graduation day. The Army soon had him in harm's way. His letters home said they had the Germans on the run. For too long this war would be won. Don't worry, Maribel, will be alright. I'll be there for sugar time. No matter where I am, I'll get home alright. I'll be there for sugar time. Came the battle of the Bulge, the enemy lines swelled, trees exploded in a rain of shells. The peace of the Ardennes forest was shattered, all around lay bodies torn and tattered. As Joe's gaping wounds turned the snow red, he looked up to the branches of the trees overhead. His last thoughts weren't of heaven or hell. His dying words were for his Maribel. Don't worry, Maribel will be alright. I'll get home for sugar and time. No matter where I am, I'll get home alright. I'll be there for sugar and time. Well, Maribel never married. She tried to know them. Without her Joe, she let those ships sail. Kept the farm going with trusted hired hands, milking cows and working the land. Each year word went out across the state to nieces and nephews home on spring break. They gathered sap for the work and the fun. Every year a ribbon was won. Don't worry, Maribel will be alright. We'll be there for sugar and time. No matter where we are, we'll get home alright. We'll be there for sugar and time. Don't worry, Maribel will be alright. We'll be there for sugar and time. No matter where we are, we'll get home alright. We'll be there for sugar and time. Okay, well, the other great part of the maple season that we celebrated, actually 31 years, we had the Tree Tappers Ball. And started off at the Swine Creek Lodge, and we outgrew that in a few years and used the long hall of the Parkland Community House for many years. And yeah, we used to get 150, 200 people there until the crowd started slacking off. And well, the event kind of lived out its life, and last year was the last one at 31 years. People were just having a great time. Now, a lot of these people were not regular country dancers. They would, a lot of them hadn't done any square dancing since junior high when their gym teacher made them do it. But yeah, and we would have. The band was having its own fun all the time here. We had, I don't know how many musicians, but we had a core of musicians here. We always had probably no less than 8 people, 7, 8, 9 people on stage. And what we did here is, see, we changed the name of the band every year. So make people think that we had a new band we brought to town, And so we changed the name, just had a blast with that. We had names like Buddy Sap in the Sour Notes, and let's see, Hot Cake Hank and the Griddle Greasers. Then there was Lost Sausage Lou and the Missing Links. And we gave all the musicians maple, we mapleized their names, gave some sugar maple name there. And so, yeah. We have regulars every year. And yeah, down front there's two characters here that we had just, I think, virtually every year there, and that would be Gordon Hotcake Keller and his brother-in-law, Mark Sugarhouse Haas there. And